Understand this, we don't accommodate walk-ins from your type. Find yourself a budget motel down the road." The manager's words cut through the Grand Hotel's opulent lobby with razor precision, every syllable dripping with disdain. Patrons froze mid-sentence, pivoting to witness the spectacle. Mobile devices emerged from purses and pockets. A profound silence descended like a plague. The black woman bearing the brunt of his contempt remained unmoved. She maintained her position, wordless and poised, possessing a strength that no soul in that marble hall had yet comprehended. The hotel's entrance hall sparkled with palatial grandeur. Ornate crystal fixtures suspended from soaring ceilings cast prismatic light across mirror-polished marble, while gilded details adorned every surface. Patrons moved through the space in formal attire and bespoke garments, their refined conversations creating a gentle murmur. Through this opulence, a woman draped in an impeccable ebony coat and lustrous pearls moved with grace, pulling an exquisite leather valise. She projected prosperity not through ostentatious displays but through something more profound, a presence born of someone who had constructed her empire stone by stone. Yet as she neared the reception counter, the manager's gaze sharpened with suspicion. He perceived neither refinement nor authority. He saw only prejudice made manifest. She offered a courteous smile. "I would like to complete my check-in." The manager's lips curled with contempt, deliberately avoiding the computer system. He swept the guest registry aside, as if her presence might contaminate it. "This establishment exceeds your financial capacity. There's an economy lodging several blocks away. This property serves a more distinguished clientele." Sharp intakes of breath echoed from behind her. A corporate executive stifled a laugh. A visiting family averted their gaze, feigning ignorance. The woman's muscles tensed slightly. She remained silent, yet her quietude held the intensity of an approaching tempest. As onlookers gathered with growing fascination, the manager amplified his assault, projecting his voice across the entire foyer. "Security is en route. Your departure is required, immediately." The degradation was calculated for maximum visibility. Each desk clerk studied their monitors intently, paralyzed by fear of intervention. The porter fidgeted nervously, clutching his uniform cap. The waiting guests murmured among themselves like observers at a merciless theater. However, the woman held her ground. She positioned her luggage precisely at her side and clasped her hands together, serene yet purposeful. In the stillness, her thoughts drifted momentarily. She recalled the arduous journey, laboring through consecutive shifts while pursuing evening finance courses, preserving every cent to acquire her initial modest inn, which she renovated through personal labor, battling legal challenges, prejudice, and financial institutions that denied her capital, then ultimately witnessing her vision expand into a hospitality empire. This particular hotel represented her masterpiece. This structure embodied more than real estate. It was her monument. And this evening, her own employees had failed to recognize her identity. Her voice finally pierced the quiet, measured, controlled, yet keen enough to shatter crystal. "Is this the standard of treatment for all your patrons?" The manager's grin widened, interpreting her composure as vulnerability. "Absolutely not," he declared with satisfaction. "Only for those who have no place here." The declaration lingered ominously in the atmosphere. Multiple guests shifted with discomfort. Others raised their recording devices, sensing this transcended mere spectacle. This represented a pivotal moment demanding documentation. The woman drew a measured breath, then reached into her leather handbag. The room grew taut with anticipation. The manager recoiled as if bracing for confrontation, but she withdrew an elegant obsidian portfolio instead. She set it upon the counter and unfastened it with ceremonial precision. Within lay her property deeds, embellished with golden seals and bearing the hotel consortium's official insignia. At the document's base appeared her signature, a flowing, refined script. She touched the paper once, maintaining unwavering eye contact with the manager. "I have no right to be here," she inquired. "How peculiar, considering I am the proprietor of this establishment." The lobby exploded into chaos. Patrons exclaimed in astonishment. Recording devices elevated for better angles, capturing the revelation in real time. The reception staff behind the counter became motionless, their expressions slack with shock. Even the porter released his cap, murmuring, "She owns everything." The manager's smugness evaporated instantly. His mouth moved soundlessly. Color drained from his complexion as his arrogance crumbled like a house of cards. The woman moved closer, her voice gaining volume and edge, ensuring every person present could hear clearly. You have just publicly humiliated this hotel's proprietor before my valued guests. This transgression will not be forgotten. She consulted her timepiece. You have precisely 9 minutes. Every employee who remained passive, every supervisor who permitted this conduct, dismissed. This decision takes effect now. The finality of her pronouncement struck like a judicial verdict. Terror consumed the reception area. The desk staff exchanged panicked glances, trembling visibly. The porter stood paralyzed with dread. Even the security personnel hesitated, comprehending that authority had completely reversed. Guests whispered among themselves, some offering subdued applause, others commenting, "Justice has finally arrived." Within moments, her regional supervisor appeared, responding to her urgent summons. He strode purposefully into the foyer, his expression grave with concern. "Madam," he said, inclining his head respectfully. "Your instructions." "Evacuate this floor," she commanded without wavering. "Remove every staff member who failed in their duties tonight. They are permanently barred from my property." Security mobilized, this time approaching not her but the employees who had remained complicit through silence. The staff made desperate appeals, offering stammered justifications, but her raised hand commanded silence. "Absolutely not. Dignity is non-negotiable." The manager faced removal last, pleading desperately, perspiration visible, his voice trembling with fear. "I was unaware of your identity. Please, grant me one final opportunity." Her stare was glacial. "No, you chose ignorance."